you up, put some goals right now. Don't do it to me, don't do it to me, baby. Don't do it to me, don't do it to me. Sliding, I'm on tour right now. When I hit you up, you always hit ignore right now. And I don't understand why you mad at the boy right now. Cause I know you wouldn't want me, I was poor right now. Tears.
Welcome, welcome, run baby run. Welcome, welcome, run baby run. What's up, people? We are in the Gatara, Mount Gatara, the Dwaka continent. It's a wonderful time here. It's a wonderful place. We're gonna do another key emblem quest. Of course. We're knocking them out, guys. This one's pretty quick. It's a pretty easy one. One that can be done without much terribly hard things, to do here. Story's also pretty simple. It's got a pretty fun twist. So we're here. I'll go ahead and start the story spoiler section. Before we get into our topic talks, as you see, we have the beautiful thief Poislin here. She be stealing shit. What? She also has the shortest skirt imaginable. But you're 47 seconds short of Nut November. So calm down. Oh my goodness, ignore me. Ignore me in my horrible beginning chats. I'm just making sure everybody's gone before I actually get into the content. So, like I said, we got the quest. I also got a pet here. If you didn't notice, that's just from the event that I did recently. You got the straw man pet, but the story here. I'll go ahead and get into the story spoilers for you here. The story here we have is Poislin stealing from the Junkman. The Junkman is actually the mayor of the town. Well, he's the guy who gives key emblems. He doesn't consider himself mayor. He just collects a lot of junk, including people. He thinks junky people are good. And he's going to be the topic of our video today. He's going to give us insights into the junk brain that we all have and how to get out of junk brain mode. But we'll get into that after the story spoilers. Basically, somebody stole from him, and he's angry that his daughter is gone. Very angry that his daughter is gone. Where has my adopted daughter gone? So anyways, she's not here. He had a piece of junk that was stolen by the beautiful thief, and now we're gonna go get it back. She went to some cave to dispose of it, and when we go to the cave and she tries to dispose of it, Dustin gets it back. She spills what it's for. It's for like a secret tablet in a cave to activate the magic beast or magic robot beast or something. And he's like, "This isn't junk. We got to prove that it's not junk." And only then will I be satisfied. So we go do it. Create the thing. And fight the giant robot that she wanted to prevent being made, leading to us finding out that Poislin is the daughter of Dustin and she was trying to protect him. What? Oh my god, I could never have guessed. It's pretty obvious, but if you didn't realize, they are related, technically adopted, but yeah. And she finds out that, and they have a merry time. Then they go back here and he gives us the key emblem, which he says is junk, so he doesn't need it anymore because he's junk brain. Good old junk brain, don't we love it? But yeah, that's the basic story spoiler. Sorry if I went too fast that time. It's right after work. I got all the energy. I've got all the caked up energy saved for this commentary, so I'm ready to get into what we need to here. We got some fun things happening today. The storyline and cutscenes are bangers, I will tell you that for sure. The animations are just so goofy and animated for Dustin specifically, and if you really like that character, don't worry, there'll be more of him later, for sure. You see a lot of people got this little straw man pet as well. And I believe I am setting my zoom stone, because zoom stones are always important for these quests, guys. You always have to remember to warp back Okay. Um, but yeah, that's what we're getting into today. I want to go ahead and talk about a couple of junk brain topics, and I guess I'll sort of explain what I mean, what we say when we say junk brain. Uh, caveman brain. Our basic instincts, or our most traveled path. The ruts that we get into in our mind. A lot of times it's autopilot, but it's those fast decisions that you just make and you don't think about. You gotta sometimes just, and I feel like it's a lot of like social media that just makes us pull out our phone in idle situations and just do things that aren't natural to not human beings but animals. These things are maybe natural to Homo sapiens, but they're not natural to our animalistic urges that we do. Um, and that disconnect, I believe, it's one of many, but I believe it is what's fueling the low hang of society. Yeah, it's a problem that I feel like a lot of people could easily solve, not easily, but incrementally day by day, by just bringing attention to some of these things. So first tip I have here for your junk brain is to wait. Is to wait. These quick hairpin decisions. You know what I'm saying? The longest time in the world is the wait between thought and action. And I know I've got a lot of energy. I'm like talking super fast this episode, but I really think, guys, um, if you just take a second, wait it out, jump it out, it's gonna come out better. It's gonna come out, you know, more concise. I know sometimes I give conflicting advice and things like here, but the thing is, I'm only suggesting this for things you do immediately, hairpin, that can be done in a patient manner, in a better way. Like sometimes it's like to make a hairpin decision to eat this food that you always eat. Like, well, think about that action a little bit. Sit with the hunger. Be like, what can it really fuel me? For example, I'm not saying get in the car and then I'm gonna make this turn soon, but I'm gonna wait. Like guys, come on. So yeah, that's my main thing, especially with a lot of vices. If there's something that you really want to stop doing, then just create a lag, create some latency time beforehand, before that activity that you have to do this thing before you do that thing, create a little lag time and see if that changes anything, because it's gonna feel like that if you really want to do it and you're really solving yourself, it's gonna feel like the longest time in the world. I promise you. I promise you. So we're following her. She looks like she's going in a cave. Where is the beautiful thief gone? Where is the beautiful thief gone? We are chasing down that thing she stole. We'll see where she takes it. Um, yeah, and so another thing the junk brain does, it once again chooses the easiest option, and sometimes the easiest option is just something that can be criticized, but we have that inability to look at ourselves in the mirror. Not everybody can take that criticism. Um, and when there's too much self-reflection, sometimes that caveman brain it'll block all the noise, and that's for protection. You have to realize it's not like it's here to hurt you. Everything your brain does for you is for your own protection. But the world is weird now, and we are protecting ourselves in self-harming ways. So uh, that's the reason we just have to do the work. We have to do our due diligence to even come back to baseline. To become one with. Oh man, and I'm realizing I don't have a weapon equipped here. This is hilarious. So I have to put all my stuff on. We also got some foliage armor that I can't wear. Uh, yeah, I'm naked, but I got glamour on. So We gotta put all our stuff on. Um, yeah, not everybody can look themselves in the mirror and take that harsh criticism. So you have to become someone like that, you know, and that word I am is so powerful if you just start using it. If you just start using it, anything can happen with the way that we talk to ourselves and a lot of consistency. So, but I hope I am not alienating anybody with too much self-reflection. I know that can alienate some members of the audience, and I feel like if you are the type of person who really doesn't want to take a second, you know, look at yourself while I'm looking at myself, and you know, just uh, take your flaws and work on them a little bit, you're on the wrong playthrough, man. I feel like I set that tone. I set that tone. So yeah, really take some time to reflect on the parts of your brain that you really just don't need. You know, you gotta just take a look in the mirror. All those criticisms of people saying like, "Oh, you could do this, you could do that." You know, it's if you hear the same thing 3 times, I feel like it's something you should do. In my opinion, because like people aren't dumb, and the reason why I say people aren't dumb is because I'm not dumb. You know, and I sometimes say some wise things to people. Sometimes people listen, sometimes they don't. But you know, people have wisdom to instill upon us, and I feel like if you block out too much of that noise with your nope, this is easiest, this is what I do, you know, it's just gonna come back to bite you later on, and you're just gonna have so much regret, so much pain. Um, you know, and nobody needs to live with resentment. Um, because I feel like the worst kind of resentment is for yourself, because there's no clear path to give that up except by going the other way and going towards gratitude that you made it. Um, and that's a hard switch, but like once again, guys, that I am word is so powerful, so powerful. I think I may switch over to the Switch version. Switch to the Switch at some point in this episode. If I do, we're gonna go to KU. And that'll be pretty fun. But this dungeon is relatively easy. It's got a little it's kind of got structure to it, you know? It starts out cavey, and then it gets more lava-y, and then it gets more structured-y, you know? Like a temple. They have good dungeons in this area. I just don't care for too much of the story here. Um, if you haven't noticed, I'm very biased with this story in the playthrough, but here it is. She's throwing it in. He may kick me out, but he's still important to me. I wonder what that means. Oh, you're? Oh, right, your baby. I thought you had seen your face somewhere, but you're not one who I saw in front of the castle back then. Is that so? He asked you to come after me, didn't he? Sorry, I had to throw the green tablet into the magma. No one can ever get their hands on it. A key to open a door. That's all you had to say. Opening doors. And she's gone. Yep, but tablet's gone, so, you know, there's no way we can open the door now, so we just go back home. Sorry, Dustin. Oh, shit. How, dog? Oh, well, I didn't know he... Oh, okay, well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, you know, like I said, the animations here, very good. Very nice. You worried about what Poisson said, right? Unfortunately, it seems like this tablet's useful after all. But I'm sure there's even more junk lying behind the door in Urbia ruins. My instincts have never wrong. Okay, so yeah, that's why we go. All she said was it opened a door. That's not completely correct because, you know, once the door opens, bad things are in there. So she could have said that it sealed away a giant evil monster, but she didn't say that. You know, she just said it opens a door. So, you know, kind of set us up for failure to be H, you know? How dare you not give all the details? That's where the devil is. How dare you? So, yeah. Pretty easy here. We're just going back to Mount Gatara. Or actually, I think we're just going straight to the ruins. And on the way there, I'll show you guys why it's important to recruit a monster masher early on. Very, very important to recruit. Be a monster masher. So this vocation should be one of your early vocations. For me, I did not start leveling this one till a lot later. I got all the vocations immediately just to try them out. But I didn't start leveling this one for a lot until like version 6 or something. Mostly just because my main vocation was Gad, who has a lot of the same things that this vocation can do. Has a lot of moves in the Gad, but I'll get into that class a little bit later when we start grinding here. I didn't. Oh yeah, I realized I can finish the storage quest here, so I decided to go do that. Posit some things as well because we have full items. But yeah, I guess I could get into the Gad here. The Gad has uh basically the move where you can call monsters, just like the Monster Masher. Fairly good class. So the Monster Masher can call two at the same time when they get to version 2. But the Gad can just call one. Now they do get the call one move about at the same time that the Monster Masher gets the call one move. So if you want, you can go for Gad first. I'd say just go for the Gadabout if you want to do uh, like just random strats, like deafness strats. And if you're really like not confident in your ability to play the game, the Gad's a good option. So a lot of the times when I would play on the Switch version, I would be Gad, because I didn't know what the skills were. So when you're Gad, you don't have that many skills. It's just random actions all the time. You have like maybe like 5 skills that you can use. But you do a random action after every skill, so in general, you do a bunch of random stuff for the party. They're not like the most helpful class, to be honest, but just me being someone who's like, I just want to chill out with this game, not take it too seriously. But that was then, and this is now, and now I'm doing a solo run, and how times change. I could get into my journey with this game later, but yeah, back here we got the Junkie. This guy has a name. His name's not actually Junkie, but he's just called a Junkie. Um, and yeah, this is his little message to us. Yeah, so now we gotta help Dustin at the entrance to the Europea ruins. It's over on this side. So what we're doing is I'm gonna do a Strike Force quest for you guys. And on the way to the Europea ruins, we'll just fight the Rumblebees. They are on the way here, and then I'll show you the Monster Masher can also summon enemies into battle with his Monster Call. It is fairly helpful, so that's how you complete a lot of the quests. Definitely the dailies, and definitely some monster grinding quest. I just say for any kind of grinding purposes, you want to unlock this class very early. Very, very early. If not your first, maybe your second after your main class is unlocked. Just get this one, grind everything up on him, and then you can call monsters. And it's a very helpful move. It just speeds things up so much. As you're gonna see here, we had to fight like 20 something, I think 20 or 25. And we're gonna get this done pretty quickly here. In a relatively easy amount of time. Yeah, so like this game, it's got in general like just tactical things that you can do. It's more about strategy and just knowing things, and it's kind of like a RuneScape kind of style. Yeah. Here's the fishing as well. I don't know if I showed this off before. Um, I think there's no, there's no dailies here. But I think I do actually catch a fish that I haven't caught before. Later on in the what do you call it? The next episode. I think I catch like some squid that I haven't caught before. But never mind that. That is the fishing there. Traveling around here, and then yeah. So another thing with our junk brain is a lot of what we did in childhood. And I am not saying like to destroy your inner child and, like take away a lot of that childlike wonder that we had. There's good things from childhood that we have to utilize and take from in our adult life. The fruits of your childhood. But there comes a lot of entitlement, with that. A lot of childlike instincts and whatnot. Um, you gotta get out of that. Oh, so yeah, there was the call monster, and also the special charge from our cosplay over here. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the name already. Let me see if they're on screen here. Yeah, there it is. In the bushes, that's Senna from Xenoblade Chronicles. I got her the blue hair and everything, and she's getting all the special charges. This is crazy. We're gonna take her out of the party here because of that. Because I want to summon more than just like 3 enemies, but I want to get you guys a good view of it before I do that. So I think one of these battles we like fully see here, and then I'll take her out. Oh my goodness, and then not this one either, apparently. Not in one of these. Um, but yeah, you have to notice what's good from your childhood and what's something that you can remove. And I'm not gonna go layer by layer, line by line. Oh, I just take her out. I ain't even. Well, we'll see her eventually. I'm not gonna go layer by layer, line by line. You know yourself, but uh, for me personally, there are just communication issues. You know what I'm saying? There's not necessarily like scheduling, but like I'd say just like work issues. As far as me like overworking myself and not knowing when enough is enough, as well, and just the ways I talk to myself, and my habits. I'm not gonna get into how many terrible habits I have and vices, but there's things that you can cut out that we've just like always done. I feel like another one for me is diet. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could change a lot of the stuff I eat, um, I feel like that would be better. But I feel like if I could just get on like a chicken and rice diet, that'd be like hella helpful. But yeah, you see here, this battle is going on forever because I just keep summoning them. And then, you can have 5 in battle at once. They all have letters. I think it goes all the way up to L. So that's, let me see here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, that's 12. It's 12 per battle. 12 per battle? And you only got to battle like 2 times, 3 times. Pretty crazy. So I think we may almost be done here. I ran out of MP. I don't think I need to charge it again. I think I just fight the next couple ones because we're pretty close to finishing up how many we have left here. We'll see after we kill this last guy. How many do we have left here? Oh, I got stunned. Got 2 left. Yeah, so I don't need the MP. All right, and they are all right here. There's one. Oh, hacha! Oh, that bitch. And there go the dailies. So yeah, dailies go pretty quickly if you utilize the Monster Masher class. So that's what I'll be doing mostly for my dailies. Um, on this character, I feel like that's the best way to just get a couple of quick levels, you know? Just get grinding them levels real quick. Yep. I would advise you guys to do that as well if you're playing this game. I feel like that's the only people watching these videos, but if you're playing this game, it's also good to progress your life a little bit. I feel like anyone who makes it this deep into Dragon Quest is a deep RPG gamer. So if you've made it this far, I thank you, I bless you. With prosperous Dragon Quests later on. And that was our tutorial segment. So now we going back into the goon cave for the end here. There's not much to talk about story wise, gameplay wise for our next couple minutes here, so I'm gonna get into. Uh, I'll get into a couple of things about scheduling because I did say scheduling was a thing that I struggle with as well. See here, I crashed. My game freaking crashed. We gotta reset that. We gotta reset that. Okay, so scheduling. Scheduling is hard sometimes because we feel like we'll just do it. The work will get done. Doesn't matter when. And also, we feel like our life is already scheduled. If you have a job, if you go to school, you have a general place to be at some time. So you feel like that's enough. Guys, I'm here to assure you that is not enough. That is not enough. Maybe if you're the right person, maybe if you're the right. No, it's not enough. You have to have a strict schedule. Not a strict schedule, but you have to just say you're going to do things and do things at the general time? I feel like just having a list daily works for some people. But I would say having times connected to them, even if they're not like exact times, is still incredibly useful. Um, not only because it'll help us stick to a time and be structured, but it's also a confidence thing, guys. Like if you set like I'm going to definitely do this today at this time, and you do it, there's something that like just clicks in your mind that just says, oh shit, I am a person of my word. I am a person who does things. And follows a code. And whether you want to believe it or not, we all need that kind of confidence in life. Just to walk through life and know that we are the creators of our own story, and we have power in that creation. It's important. It's important, and I think it's wise to go in the direction of scheduling and not scheduling. There's a plethora of reasons. I would say a really good reason is because there is structure all around us. So, it's something that if you conform to, it will speed up your growth a lot. Because there's structure in everything. So if you are structured, you will have a higher um, altitude. When you grow, you'll grow at a more exponential rate if your structure is already there, rather as if you're fighting against the structure that you inherently have to adhere to. Because there's usually, if unless we're self-employed, or even if you are self-employed, there's usually some place you have to be at some time, for all of us. So if you don't have a schedule yourself too, and schedule around those times that you have, you're kind of just you're living on free game, and sometimes that can be good. But I feel like it's better to be bored than busy. Yeah, I feel like I said that. I said that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said that. It's better to be bored than busy. Um, and in that way, you're boring yourself into the schedule. You're boring yourself into the rut of a schedule. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the busy work of doing everything constantly and just floating by with what you can do, you know? You're adhering to a strict code, you know? Um, yeah, and whether you like it or not, we all adhere to codes, we all adhere to structures. Um, like the buildings we stand in, these people didn't just walk up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna build a building that looks like kind of like this," and then they just do it, you know? There's always a blueprints. There's always a plan. There's always a schedule. There's always a time it needs to be done. So don't fight against it. Don't fight against it. I know this can be daunting for some of us. This can be daunting. Um, but I'd say anything that's gonna be very hard is incredibly worth doing for you. You know. Um, but yeah, that's my soapbox that I'm getting on for it's scheduling. I'd say some ways to get started. There you got some apps here. You just add work to your life incrementally. You know, you don't have to do big things. And schedule through like 8 things for one day. You can just have one thing on your schedule for the day, you know, and then structure the rest of your day around that. But as long as you do one thing at around this time and don't just, get to the end of the day and you've done like 5 things, but you don't feel good about yourself. It feels good to say you're gonna do something and then do something that day. Whether you put it on a schedule or not, it feels good to do that. So why not put it on a schedule? Why not think about our immediate future? And I'll get into a little bit of the structure of it. For me, I like to do work when I immediately wake up, and then I like to break with some eating. Um, and then yeah, take a break, and then do morning activities, and then I'll do some eating and prepare food after that, and then just kind of like a cycle, just a work break eat. And what I do is I just schedule different types of work, so on this block I'm doing editing, on this block I'm doing accounting, on this block I'm doing recording, on this block I'm doing music, anything like that. So just work with yourself. You're get if I can talk, you are your best collaborator. Yeah. You are your best collaborator, so all you can do is collaborate with the thoughts you have, the speeches you come across. You gotta just work with what you got. So if you think this is something that you can't fully do, work with what you can do. But whatever we think is what's true. So you can think what you want, but whatever you think will be true. And I would say when it's a creative task, you have to omit the time limits. Like don't worry about it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got to find the comfort in the chaos there. So, don't worry if you do it too long. Don't worry if you did it too short. You know? Just do it. Just do it in general. But I would allow for your schedule for yourself on the schedule, I would allow a lot of time for creative stuff. Um, because you don't want to feel guilty for going over, but you just don't want to also feel guilty for not using up all the time, or showing up late, uh, or something like that, starting late. Um, so that feeling guilty about the creative process is something I'm very well guilty of, but I am not guilty of being an intruder, just like Dustin. I'm not guilty of that. Yo, that was a hella dive. The feather came off. Whoa, and that's his daughter. Yeah, yeah, we figured it out. We figured it out. So yeah, Dustin's daughter is the thief, and he's very mad because he's got junk brain. We'll take the robot out. Don't worry, don't worry. No worries there. So this guy, fairly easy. Doesn't really need too much strategy to him. You just kind of smack him. He's extremely slow too. You know, he has the laser and AOE moves. Yeah, I was kind of scared of that ball there, but he doesn't have that much magic defense. That's what the Twin Dragon Lash is. And he doesn't have that much health in general, so yeah. It's got a lot of regular defense though. So I suppose if you are attacking with that, that would not work. Yep. You're not gonna have too much problem with these key emblem bosses here. Just assuring you that the bosses are mostly for show. First couple versions here. We'll see how the final boss of 1 goes on this quest, but they are pretty simple, especially when you have Senna here from Xenoblade over on the side. She is very powerful. She's had all the consoles to kill, so she's very powerful. Okay. Oh man, I gotta change my posture up, please, please. My posture is so terrible at all times. It's like a hunchback from Notre Dame. So that's one thing I also am hoping to change in the future. You know, just the small things. You know, I feel like incrementally you should be proud of the small things. Like anytime I straighten up my back, yeah, be proud of that. But instead, I'm angry that it was not straight in the first place. Yeah. But that's my thing. My issues is the with the junk brain of just going back to the ruts, those easy thoughts for us to take, because that's an easy thought path for me. You know, just the thought path of self-deprecation, self-deprive, self-salivation. What? Okay. I bid you to. And I'm almost about to bid you guys adieu because we're almost done with this episode. Pretty short one this time. Like I said, there's not much to it. These peoples have a simple life, a simple junkie brain life, you know, and sometimes that's good, but I feel like, you know, we don't have this simple life for the rest of our lives, you know? So we're level 45. The level cap in this game is at 50. And then you have to start doing level cap quests. So we will probably do that not at next episode, but the episode after next. I will show you guys the start of the first level cap quest. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. It's a wonderful Monday. So I might be doing some streams later on this week. Maybe like Wednesday, Tuesday area. Maybe not Tuesday. Maybe like Wednesday or something. I might do a stream after the next episode gets uploaded. I might do a stream, or I might do one after this one gets uploaded on Monday. Okay, so I'm gonna try and stream after I upload the videos. And we're just going to do more of the ending of version 1. I'm streaming it live on Twitch. I'm going to stream all of it because I kind of want the endings of the versions to be like a live stream thing. And then I'll have the video of it after all the key emblems up here. I'm going to do it on KU, okay? Okay. And that's our plan for the channel. I'll probably get a little post about it up there as well. So catch me live, guys. I love coming live and just doing dailies or punching stuff with you guys. So join me. We'll talk about stuff. We can do some reacts and whatnot. Dustin's giving us the key emblem because he doesn't think he needs it. He does not need it. I need that yellow key emblem way more than he. And now we have 7 key emblems. 7 Dragon Balls. Indeed. So guys, hope you had a good time. Hope you're surviving this Monday. You know, guys, we gotta make it through this week. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. Okay. And now I'm junkie assistant number 2. Wow, what a fantastic title. So guys, have a fantastic day. I will see you next time. Subscribe.